And we are back with From Behind the Barcast. I am Paxton. This is Alex.
Fucking scared the shit out of me. I thought the music had started and stopped. You can't hear shit.
Yeah, the lack of headphones.
You don't know nothing.
The lack of headphones really did it for me.
There it is. That's like twice you've already fucking scared me today. That was super scary. Scarier than my panic attack.
Full-fledged. Mike, that's pretty cool. You look like me. Sprawled out. It's all right. I'll bring.
We'll get you something over there. Cheers and welcome to From Behind the Barcast, the podcast about bartending, service industry, drinking in general. I'm Paxton.
I'm Alex.
And we are here today on 420. Happy 420, Alex.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. So
I'm not
this
17 anymore, so it's like it's not as exciting as it used to be.
So actually, when I was growing up, like 420 wasn't like a thing. It was my mother's birthday though. So then when I was like 17, I was like, my mom's birthday is 420.
Well, when I was growing up, weed was expensive and I didn't have money, so
Also that, yeah.
420 was like, oh, we're gonna smoke a gram with some really crappy weed. Pull out your $1 bills, gang.
That's that. All those free drugs you heard your teachers tell you that people were going to give you once you grew up. That never happened.
That and Halloween.
I never
They're
got.
lacing the Halloween
I
candy
did not get
now
one
with
single
drugs.
goddamn razor blade in my fucking Halloween candy.
never
Why the fuck?
I
Come
never
on,
fully
man.
tripped off LSD as a 9-year-old.
No, you did, but a 9-year-old's always tripping. You know what I mean?
The parents, they didn't even recognize
do
I was
you remember a
losing
day
it.
as a 9-year-old? It was like a fucking acid trip. Like everything was fucking exciting and new.
Stuff's cool.
Yeah, shit, everything is cool. You're like, dog shit. Oh, look, it's white now. It's cool. Like everything makes you super
Feel
happy.
it. Feel it.
Yeah.
Feel how
You can
soft
touch it.
is.
It won't get on you now.
Just walking around with poop.
Yeah, you're like,
He's either 9 or he's tripping.
here's the. Is that 9-year-old on LSD?
Dang, now every time I see a kid doing something, I'm going to be like, he's tripping.
That 9-year-old's on LSD. Man, every fucking
He's
9-year-old
gotten
that
into the
comes into the
Halloween
bar where we work now could be tripping on fucking LSD. Jesus. Especially parents know that they can bring them there and then just be like,
Bye.
run off, little ones. We're going to sit here and
It's
fucking.
Chuck E. Cheese, but it's free and anybody can come inside.
There's no cover charge for your shitty
They're
little
like, is
fucking
that
children.
a rope swing over there hanging off that tree? I'm like,
Look
if it gets him good for 5 minutes.
So to explain this a little bit, we literally have this rope that we use to pull a sail up because we use old sails to like put shade on. But
That's
anytime
canopies.
it's literally like fucking like nautical rope, you know? It's like maybe like half an inch thick or something
That's
like
called
that.
a line.
Line. That's called a line.
Yeah.
You know, you're the captain.
You better chill out.
So these fucking kids will go over there and rope swing it like it's an actual rope swing, and I'm like, okay, yeah, go do your thing. You know,
Next swing out over the one lane that you can come
they
into the
swing
park.
out over where the cars drive through. They're like, hold. The
It's a
other day,
gamble.
one was like, hold on, car coming. All right, go.
Car.
Hit it.
Car.
Yo,
Oh, that
shout
was
out,
it.
shout out to fucking Raw Ingredients this week.
Damn it.
They gave us this sick shirt. Well, you got one too.
Second
we
half.
can't both wear the fucking shirt, you fucking nerd. Right?
I don't know.
Not on the same day.
Oh, apparently
We
we're
looked
twins.
way too fucking alike last night.
By accident.
By accident, obviously.
Black hat, burgundy shirt.
Tall and stupid. All we were matching in every way.
I feel like that was directed at me.
It
But
was
all
a
right.
meme. But shout out Raw Ingredients. I had their fucking here on Tybee Island's sushi place. I had their burrito for the first time, which it's like they use nori instead of a
Susharita.
tortilla.
Use a what?
They use nori instead of a tortilla.
An ori?
Nori.
Nori.
Yeah, the seaweed.
Gotcha. I'm with you.
You know the green stuff that's wrapped around it?
Yep.
I'm sure you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Speaking of green stuff wrapped around stuff, this
420.
fucking lady last night. I want to get right into this fucking lady. So
Wait, are we Karenizing right now?
Yeah, no, I
We're
mean,
doing another early Karen?
She's a whole nother level of like, she's not like a Karen. She's just like a nuisance. I haven't even thought about fucking Karen.
It's way worse.
Which is way worse. So she comes in. There's a couple already sitting at the outside bar where I was working, and somehow they kind of knew each other. So this fucking like vibrant, young, early 40s, would you say? She comes up and at first she's like, pretty like chill and cool. She's like, yeah, I wanted to become a chiropractor, but I became a nurse. And then like she's chit chatting with these people, and I give her like 2 or 3 minutes where I'm waiting to be like, I'm right here if you want to get something, right? She proceeds to tell a fucking novella to these people. Like she pops off her fucking social security number, her entire life story. She talked about how long she walked her dog the other day. She talked about fucking just whatever. So she gives this whole thing.
She just had her ancestry done.
Dude, for real. She was like, yeah, so about 1686 Denmark. My great uncle Bismuth V, whatever. So fucking. So then I walk by and she goes, all right, so I had a shirt on that said O'Neill on it. She goes, hey, Mr. O'Neill, could I get something? And I was like, are you done telling your fucking life story yet? She hated me immediately for saying that. And that's exactly the feeling I wanted to elicit from her.
She's like, oh, he has been recognizing me this whole time. But not in a good way
but
that I thought I was
Yeah,
portraying.
I thought I was coming off as this badass chick,
But in reality, I'm just another life storyteller.
Yeah, exactly.
A novelist.
So Tito's, water, lemon, and lime, very specific. Cool, whatever. She was like, let me buy you something. So I was like, well, we have this Louis the 13th fucking brandy from 1785. It's only 60 a shot. Let's do that. She was
the
like,
same one that your grandfather you were just talking about.
The great Uncle Bismuth of fucking Denmark. And she goes, you're a fucking asshole. I mean, I'll buy it for you, but $60 really? I was like, lady, it was a fucking joke. Come on. So anyways, so we're sitting there, da-da-da-da-da. She goes and searches out in a text. She said she was fucking married. Sure didn't fucking seem like it. Every male with a swinging dick up there, she's like, what are you doing?
She's on boner patrol.
Oh, boner fucking Rama. So our buddy, Big Gay Mike, you know what I mean? Like, he's a fucking, he's a fucking beefcake handsome dude, right? But right away, if you talk to him, you get the sense that he is gay, and he'll fucking tell you, especially with fucking chicks like that bother the fuck out of him. You know what I mean? That would bother any man. You know what I mean?
We're going to be best friends, but please get away from me.
But stop rubbing my fucking head. Like, this isn't fucking cute. Whatever. So anyways, this goes along.
Bald.
Here comes Alex behind the bar, and he's got a shirt on that says the Tybee Bar Olympics. And she goes, hey, Mr. Olympics, what are you doing back here? Whatever. Anyways. So Alex and I are completely ignoring this fucking chick, and she's trying to have like this full-on conversation with us. Finally, I hear she's like, "Hey, excuse me, come here, come here, excuse me, come here." And I kept leaning in closer, and I didn't want to get too close because I thought she was gonna like bite the tip of my nose off or something, like some Walking Dead shit.
Well, you were rude. And
I was super rude, yeah,
and very unruly.
Yeah. So I lean in. She goes, "Is there any place I can get some fucking weed around here, or what? Does no one like smoke?" I was like, "Number one, I don't get anything for anyone when I work behind the fucking bar. Or when I'm fucking out. No. Number one, no. Number two, you were the last motherfucker on this earth I would ever fucking want to get more fucked up.
Doing,
yeah, no. I don't want to add
nothing you've done already is doing you any favors. The last thing we need to do is just plow and add them on.
This certainly is not going to do anything fucking for it. Dude, I was like, are you
That's
fucking...
it. She needs weed. It'll calm her down. She's going to be great.
You know what, man? I was just having this issue, and I was like, oh, no, this is what she needs. Fucking weed.
Let's get her spinning.
You would not believe. I mean, I guess you would. How many people ask for like? So I don't smoke, and we talk about that or whatever.
I worked in a nightclub before, dude. People would come in from all different countries and ask for Molly, like we sold it out of the cash register.
That's so European of them.
They'd be like, "So where is the Molly guy? Like, is it him, the one in the neon?
I'm looking
to
have fun dance party tonight. I'm looking for Molly man. Where
Do
is
you know
he?
where we can find the house music?" Yes, me and Tortuga want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
down to the balls and blitz.
You ever hear Ibiza? It's a fun place. Well,
Dude,
where's the
Ibiza
good
is
music?
a fun place. Man. It really is.
So, that's why I got.
I went there in what's called rain season.
Uh-huh.
This was 2 years ago in April.
What
and
does
it's-
rain season mean?
It means it's fucking,
Like it's rainy
it's cold.
and-
It's beautiful out there. It's Miami 90% of the year.
Uh-huh.
But you can get cheap flights during rain season, which means you wake up in
Gotcha.
the morning, it rains from like 9 to 3. But they have it all set up for the rain. They're like, oh, we're still going to get tourists. So you still party just as hard. They're more just like, this is when the locals go out. So rain season, the cheapest time to travel, people don't understand. That's actually when you want to go. Because just like coming here, it's like you get to go and meet all the people who actually live there and never go out. And they're like, oh, it's raining. People won't come. So we'll go out. So we're in the middle of Ibiza, partying in the clubs that are half empty, but it's all locals with every drug imaginable.
Because if you go there, they're like, oh, that is Molly
It's
Man
me
over
and
there. with
Tortuga
the-
looking for the cats with the dance and the house music.
Where's the good? The House of Music. Boom, da, da, boom, da, da, boom.
Everyone, they're like, oh, American. Like, yes, rain season, cheap flights. Get over here.
Dude, I love that
$5.99.
I love that European sensibility of like, look, come on, I want to dance, baby. Let's
Everything's
go.
positive.
Yeah, no, for real.
They don't get hangovers, anything.
No,
They're like,
I-
oh, no, I'm
no.
hungover.
I feel really terrible today. Can't you tell?
Can't you tell? The headache has kicked in immediately.
I have zero. How do you say serotonin left in my brain? But I
We
feel,
call
how
it
do you say, okay.
a brain banger in my house. It's
I
like
invite-
my brain is being banged right out of my head.
You ever heard of Bang Brain?
Damn, dude, these people are Russian, Italian.
I mean,
we just mixed them all.
anything fucking west of us or east of us.
Yeah, we just put all 19 different races
Yeah,
into
all-
one.
all-
Good
all,
luck.
All nationalities. You're all.
Good
over
luck
there.
calling us out.
And you all listen to house music and eat Molly. That's what
Music.
I got this buddy, and he's like he lives here, but he's Eastern European, and he played a gig at where we work one Sunday afternoon. So the Sunday afternoon gig is from like 6 to 10. So after 10, we start playing like the house music, not house music, but the house music. So like some Michael Jackson
house
came
music.
on or something like that. My Eastern European friend came in. He had just played drums. He was feeling himself, right? You know, he's got his fucking shirt unbuttoned a little bit. He's got a little bit of he's got a little gold chain. And every
fro.
chick that walks by is like, boom, put the boom, hey, baby, hey, da 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 da. How
Swing.
you doing? Da, da. Yeah, kinda. So after like 20 minutes of doing this and no one's really responding to him, because like American women don't respond well to shit like that, you know. Like 20 minutes later, he comes up to me. He goes, and he's still got his groove going. He goes, "Hey Paxton, what's up with all the lesbians around here, man?" I was like, "What do you mean?"
They can't appreciate the real man.
I was like, "What are you talking about?" He
Look
goes,
at her. Look at her.
he's like,
Nobody
"Why-
wants to give it a bubbly.
"Hey, wow, these chicks are lesbians, huh?" That shit was amazing.
Don't appreciate the frappe.
She don't know what she's missing over here. And with that,
Look at the speed of sweat. It's gone all the way down to hair 7.
and then one more button gets unbuttoned. One more button gets unbuttoned.
They're all
one
on
more.
timers.
Bump. Do you listen to house music?
No.
All right, so you. All right, okay. Okay, so.
I really used to.
Really?
Yeah, I used to love it. I mean, like I told you, I worked in that
Oh,
place.
you worked on. Well, did you like it because you were fucked up on ecstasy, or?
I did it first. Honestly, I mean, shit, I used to get on like the dubstep when that first became kind of a thing. And
Oh,
people would like make
right,
fun of
right.
it, call it techno, and then I was like,
Yeah,
I
whatever.
kind of faded off from that. Now I hear it, man, and just repetitive beats. They
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
drive me insane.
Well,
Even if I'm fucked up at this point, I'm still not.
Well, see, that's why I like artists like Grizz and Grammatic and shit, because it's kind of like funky and they use like horn, like
She
live
loves
instruments and
Grizz.
shit.
And what's the
like
other
that.
one that uses all the horns?
Fucking yeah.
Big Gigantic.
Big Gigantic, yeah, he's good too, yeah.
Yeah, they're
But Big G, Dominic
It's just
Lally,
not
he
for me
graduated
anymore.
from like fucking Juilliard or some shit.
I can
so
see
he's
that.
like he's like legit musician. But yeah, so back in the day, I used to think. So I used to work for the beachwear shops down in St. Simon's, and all those dudes are Israeli, and we used to do drugs together, and they would everything they listened to was. Whatever. You're fucked up. It's like, yeah, I'm grooving, whatever, right? I was like, people only listen to this music when they're fucked up or whatever, right? But what I learned from these Israeli dudes, that is their fucking Led Zeppelin. That is their fucking Doobie Brothers.
Dude,
that
if
is
you
their
go down-
fucking.
if
It's
you go down to
crazy.
what I've been to is probably the most. I'm sure I've never been to California.
Yeah.
I think I've been to every other big city. But as far as like EDM, house music, whatever goes, it all starts to sound the same in my opinion.
Of course.
So it's like if you walk down through Ybor City, like their main little strip, it's all like college kids and straight house music, EDM.
Right.
But when you're standing outside, no matter what theme or whatever the hell is going on inside, when you're in line waiting to get in, all you hear is...
Yep.
And then you get in, and it might be like a country cover or like like a rap cover. But if it's house music or EDM, all you hear outside is just straight up. I'm just like, this is not.
That's crazy.
Like, it's not. It's all, and now I've gotten to the point where like she'll listen to it in the car, and she's like, "Oh, listen to this," and I'm like, "Didn't you just play that one?"
Someone will be like, "Have you heard this song?" And I'm like, "I have." All right, but look.
Have you heard the Trilix Maximum to the third power squared yet?
Listen, I know. So the music that I like Humphreys McGee is my favorite band.
I enjoy Humphreys.
You know what I mean? But like.
Actually, your older brother got really happy with me last night because I was able to name.
You were like, "Oh, that's
Face.
Puppet String," or something like that.
Can't Rock My Dream Face, and he was like, "Wait,
right.
what?"
Oh wow, no shit. Off the Zonky album. Yeah.
Well, now you had to go and do that.
But people would sort of glaze over whenever they think about like bands like that. They're like, "Oh, the 20-minute fucking."
You mean the?
The 20-minute fucking songs, man. I'm like, yeah, sometimes they're fucking. So I get it. You know, people glaze over when they think about the music that I listen to. So, and I do the same thing for them. Teach their fucking own. Who cares? Whatever. But when you're at work, it's like, you know where we work. I would love to just stick on some fucking house music and have like 28 Europeans come in one time. You know what I mean? Because it would make the vibe so much better. Because the only thing that people ask for, like, I'll turn off fucking Zach Brown songs, and it'll be a fucking mutiny in the bar. Like, it'll be like,
that's messed up. Every time I start singing a song in there, it gets skipped, and I turn around, and you're over there like,
I don't even plan on that shit. I just know that like my taste in music is
every time Hey
way
Soul
better than
Sister
yours.
comes on, you shut me right down.
Why is it when Soul Shine comes on, brother? That's something we can all agree on, man.
All right, first off, you enjoy that song.
Maybe if I was on drugs.
The Almond Brothers.
But
I named a band.
Yeah, you did name a band. But
Almond
but people
Brothers.
will also tell me like, "Oh, you just like fucking Humphreys because when you're at the show, you're all fucked up and like on substances." I'm like, "Yeah,
what
that
concert
too."
is it that you go to?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Who goes to a fucking? I mean, like, I've been to a sober show one time because I was super sick, and it was the first night of like a 3-night run in Atlanta.
And you're like, "This is what I actually pay for."
Well, no, I had a really. All right,
money
so I
on
wasn't
this
completely
garbage.
sober because there used to be a pharmacy on Tybee. You could go in and get the fucking
lean.
codeine. You could get lean from them. All you had to do was sign. All you had to do was show like your fucking ID or whatever.
Activists.
Whatever this was. So I drank lean the first night of the fucking Humphrey show because I was just getting sick. It was pretty amazing actually. But now that fucking pharmacy's gone. So the last time that I was actually legit sick, I went to go there to get some fucking lean. And they were boarded up. Now it's a fucking cafe. I was like, I don't want
Now it's a police
sandwich.
station.
I want opiates, motherfucker.
Now it's the police station. Like, we
It'd
got
been
coffee.
it'd have been a setup the whole time.
Like, no, this is the same. This is black coffee from Peruvia.
Right, Peruvian. That's like Canada. So back to the lady last night because I haven't finished with her yet. So now I've already heard her say that she's got a fucking husband and a dog. 30 seconds later,
She's like, I got a husband, a dog, and I'm just trying to get high, baby.
She's like, I came here for 3 things. People to feel my titties, which as soon as I turned around, she had this guy by his hands.
Was his name Tragic Dyke Mike?
Oh man, it was not Tragic Dyke Mike, unfortunately. Right. I think he had left by then because he got smartly sent home. But this lady's got this guy grabbing both of her fucking tits, and he seems so unwilling to do this. But she's like forcing it on him. And I was like, this lady went from like, I hated her. I hated her.
I've never hated titties so much.
And she kept just being like, well, fuck you and fuck you. And this was like, 9 or 10 at night. But like, still, man, like you're at a bar, you can cuss, right? But
that's a good question,
but,
actually.
But like how you can cuss after, like when's a good
That's
time?
my question.
Yeah.
What time can you start cussing
Cussing
at
freely
Huckaboo's?
and loudly.
I don't think Eric and Heather watch this, but that might actually be a good question.
Yeah.
All
right. So for me,
I'd say 9 o'clock.
I think 9 o'clock's the right cutoff.
I really want to say 10.
Yeah. Well, at least for yelling expletives. You know what I mean? Because like you were talking about yesterday, some lady in there like 1 PM.
Oh, ow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. She, honestly, I don't remember what she was saying, but there was. Like, it's
But it was enough for
if
for
you're
someone
listening
to,
and you don't know Hookapoos, it is a bar. It is a full-blown bar. Anybody
but
could
it's a
walk up
restaurant
and
as
see
well.
that. But during the day, there it is a family restaurant.
There's way more families during the day. It's
Bingo.
2 separate
and
things.
like I said, I would say like 9.
Right.
I mean, at this point, 8.
Yeah.
4:30.
yeah.
So at 4:30. But this woman was in there. It's full-blown daylight. Day shift hasn't even begun to left. Like, I came to work early, and this woman is at the end of the bar. There's kids running around. There's literally a machine where you can buy candy right there.
Oh, right. Yeah. She's literally.
So kids are looking for quarters, and she's like, well, this fucking cunt kicked me out of this last bar I was in this afternoon.
2 hours ago, yeah.
And I was like, hey, like, if you don't mind, like, there's children running around. Like, please just, like, don't cuss. Say whatever else you want. Just don't cuss.
Or quietly cuss.
And she's like, hold on. Like, this is a bar.
This is a bar, ain't it?
Karen
This is
S.
America, ain't it?
Exactly. And he's like, ma'am, I said please, and just walked off. Everyone looked at her, and she got up and, like, stormed out on her boyfriend. This dude looks at the other guys and is like, hey, like, this is what I'm dealing with today. She had a bad day, like, trying to explain it. He's like, but at this point, like, fuck her.
Right, yeah, no.
He really was. He was like, fuck her. Like, if she wants to go do her thing, whatever. Like, y'all heard it. He was like, I agree with him. Like,
right,
pointed out. Like, I agree with that guy.
Because it's embarrassing to fucking be with someone that's, like, that just has no self-control over, like.
That's actually, there's another dude who comes up there, and I don't know him very well. But now that I've been bartending there, I've, like, experienced a few people that I thought were super cool in a different light.
Right, yeah.
Like, usually it's just somebody like a high five with them. Now I'm serving them. So I'm like, oh, you're not the person I thought you were.
Yeah.
In reality, like,
goes both ways, though. Some people, you're like, you only meet them a couple times. You're like, this dude's fucking great, man.
Yeah.
But then once they become a regular, you're like, oh, no.
I don't like you.
Oh,
but he's a dude who hangs out with his son, who is probably 11.
Yeah.
And his son freelances all around the beach while they hang out. And I guess they come to our place after they're done. But his dad picks up chicks on the beach.
Damn.
And his dad is probably 50.
Really?
Know? And he's
a pretty good looking dude or whatever? No.
He's the dude who, like, grabs that, like, hysterical drunk chick off the beach.
Oh, no.
And I guess he's good looking, actually.
But he doesn't get the fun girls.
No, he doesn't get the...
He gets the drags, like the guarantees.
The chick that got left by her friends.
Exactly.
He
and her
her
boyfriend.
and then brings her there with his kid and hangs out at the bar. And she's, like, doing that, hey, don't be rude to me, while she takes 10 minutes to order and everything else. And, like, getting other people into it, just like you said. Like, basically getting the guy next to her to guess how old she is and all that stuff. No. And then looking back at me, rolling her eyes, like, what do I want? Make me a good drink. And I'm like... All the drinks are good. That's what we do. We make good drinks. Just order, like, I don't know what you want. It's your
anything you order anywhere else.
Well, I got it from Dave at the bar we go to all the time. He'll say, it's your dime. Like, why do you want me to tell you what to order?
Oh, wow, yeah, I didn't even think of I can't imagine how much he deals with shit.
It's your dime. I'm like, why would you want me to tell you how to spend your money?
Yeah.
In any other circumstance, would you want me to tell you, like, oh, you should get this shirt? Like, this is the one. It's your money, but whatever.
I'm going to say, I'm not working at a retail shop where I'm a stylist. And
I'm
like,
the middleman between you and this wall of liquor.
Yeah, that's it. You can see it all. You tell me what to do, and I'll fucking do it.
Right here.
Yeah,
we got everything you need.
Don't tell me. But then you're like, hey, maybe you should have a water. Don't tell me what I should drink. Well, you just asked me to tell you what you should.
You just ordered a water,
dude. I told this. I fucking loved doing this too the other night.
Don't be rude. I'm like,
this fucking douchebag dude came. He was like having like I saw him like everyone hated him, you know, and I could tell, and he was coming up.
I could tell because I hated him too.
And I was like, I had to do the child thing. I was like, if you finish these 2 waters in front of me, I'll give you 1 beer. Do you think he drank a sip of the water? No, he fucking stormed out, and it worked, and it was the best feeling. Because nothing pisses me off more than like the dude's like, just give me a fucking beer, man. I'm like, you just tripped over, like, and I don't like.
How about you pick up all our chairs first?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Why don't you do a little bit of engineering
how
before
about
you start?
Yeah, how about you wipe the fucking toilet seat
You
down?
do some
motherfucker?
reverse engineering on the problem you just caused over there.
But it's always the guys that are like,
Really, because
fucking-
your eye is still bleeding.
I mean, I could get you some like soda water to dab on your fucking
I'll
wound.
get you a
or
napkin
something.
if you're lucky.
I'll get you a bar rag so you can dab
Lose the
nap-
attitude. I'll get you a wet rag. Yeah. Might pour a little
We're working
vodka
in stages
on there.
here. And then if you hold that there for 5 minutes, I might go grab you a Band-Aid and some peroxide.
A Band-Aid.
We got to work on this thing. But yeah,
Cheers.
so, but, and they'll come up and they'll be like, they're so offended that you're just, because I don't want to cut anyone off. Like, the way that I handle that is I just ignore them.
And you give it time.
Yeah, because
I'm
if
the
you
same
if
way.
you ignore them long enough, they'll forget that they want to drink, kind of thing. You know?
And then even when they order it for the 6th time, they're like, "Can I get a Budweiser?" And
Right,
you're
yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah,
And
yeah.
then just do
And
another loop.
Yeah, and
And then they're like, "Can I get a
And
Budweiser?"
you're like, oh, did you want to buy? Yeah, give me 1 second.
I gotta go get him from the back.
Right, exactly.
No, don't worry. The Budweiser guy's coming.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on his way right now. He's
I
actually gonna
can
come
hear
out
the
here with the
truck.
big
I can
the
hear the
jug
truck.
with the ice in
Well,
it.
no, he's riding a horse. He's riding a Clydesdale.
And the
up
carriage
here
is rolling in
with a
slow.
wooden box full of Budweisers just for you, Rebecca.
Looks like a sexy milkman.
Yeah,
but in red.
We need to. The sexy beer milkman for fucking Halloween. That's
Actually,
the
I'm
next guy.
liking. We'll get the white thing with the hat, but dye it red.
But dye it
Put a
red, like-
Budweiser logo on it, and just have buds.
And have a fucking like a literal wooden case of Budweisers.
Ice is just leaking through the sides. Very poorly made.
We'll take one of your dogs and put like some fucking gators on it around
the
its legs.
psycho Budweiser
so it
dog?
looks like.
Well, they have the Dalmatian, and my dogs are black, so we'll just get some white spray
Oh
paint.
damn! Oh, they have a Dalmatian now. I haven't.
No, it's a firehouse dog.
Oh, right.
That's
I
what the
forgot about-
Budweiser thing is supposed to look like.
Oh right.
It's supposed to be a firehouse.
Oh
thing.
gotcha. Yeah,
And
yeah.
the two guys right on the front are supposed to look like super old school firemen, because they weren't worried about putting fires out before. They were worried about like looking good when
Right,
they pulled
yeah.
up after 3 hours.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I guess so because they're like.
Yeah, they're like, there's a fire down the road. Let's go to the stables,
Right,
get the
yeah.
horses all ready.
Time to
and
saddle up, boys. We
we'll
got a
scoot-
fire.
we'll
Oh
scoot
hell,
down.
it went out already. Well,
Hold on, let me finish my whiskey.
Yeah, right.
And we'll get down there. Yeah, they showed up 3 hours after the fire was done.
Yeah, because imagine being like, what was that address? Well, John, it's like playing fucking telephone without a telephone.
No, they'd come through the streets and people were trying to take photos, but back then it's like we have to put the shit over your head and sit there for an hour and a half. Well, we're trying to get to a fire, but I guess we could do a quick pick.
All right, quick 1 hour fucking
Let me
exposure.
put my back brace on so I
Yeah,
can
right.
sit still.
Dude, at the St. Patrick's Day parades, whenever I see those giant fucking Clydesdales, like it puts a fear in me
They're tall.
that I don't typically feel. It's
That's like my favorite thing to do because I love Budweiser as much as it
Yeah,
pains
yeah.
people to hear. But going like when they come to Savannah for St. Patrick's Day and they have all the horses, you can drive over the bridge here to South Carolina and they have it all set up where you can walk through and all the horses are like in their stables with their
Oh,
beds and
really?
stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. And you can pet the Dalmatian.
no shit. See, man, the horses just instill so much fucking fear.
They're
Just because they're so
huge.
large, you know what I mean?
Even when you pull up to the place, you're like, wait, how many of them is there? They're like
Yeah.
6 or 8 of them, however many. And the tent that they have it set up in is like
It's
the
probably
size of
gotta-
Walmart.
Yeah, it's got to be a
huge.
fucking circus tent to
Yep.
fit all these fucking giant animals in there. And I've been around like big bull mastiffs before that have gotten excited and could like knock me over. That's like 1/20th of one of these fucking Clydesdales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could end your fucking reproductive life if it
They
kicked you in the
easily
nuts.
weigh 1,200 pounds.
It's crazy. I mean, they're super beautiful, but it's just like animals that large are so I don't know. It's just scary to me.
I rode one as a kid.
They're rideable.
Yeah, it's a horse.
They put a fucking ladder on it or something.
Dude, I
Do they
mean, as a
hoist you
kid,
up
just
on a
imagine how
helicopter?
wide your legs are.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You're doing like a
You're probably doing a
full-blown
split.
stretch.
Yeah.
You can kind of kick your feet back, so it's like sits over their sides, but still, they're freaking huge.
So they're well, do they saddle them up?
Yeah.
Like, there's
You can go up north and ride Clydesdales, trail rides.
really.
everything.
See, man, like I've just never ridden a horse. I'm just sketchy about horses for some dumb.
I mean,
fucking
horses
reason.
are sketchy. That's actually not.
It's
a
just like
podcast
think
story.
about I mean, they could end like literally, like if they kick you in the nuts, they would end your reproductive life.
Or
they
if
kick
you're
you in the
running,
head,
no, dude, I mean, this is something most people don't experience. But if you ever actually ran on a horse, you go 30 miles an hour and you're
Yeah.
sitting there with no seatbelt. If they have like one weird turn, they'll dip a shoulder down and just fling you right off.
Superman, Christopher Reeve, hello. A horse kicked him off, and now he's not fucking Superman anymore. You know what I mean? Like that's the power of a horse, baby.
My cousin's grandfather, broken bones.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna. That's a really great place to take a short break. We'll be
Once
right
we
back.
get off topic.
To
Shout out to Champion Brands for our next topic.
Champion Brands for our next topic.
Champion distributes Red Bull in the Southeast, and a long time ago, I got called out by a friend of mine. I used to work in a club, and the dude came in, and he was the representative for Red Bull.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got a drink for you, and it was basically like a blueberry lemonade, but you use the blue Red Bull,
Coconut Red Bull, coconut berry, whatever
the hell. And he was like, this is awesome, blah, 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 and we forgot about it. 2 weeks later, I was at another bar, and he's like, dude, you got to tell me the name of that drink and, like, what's in it. And I start telling him, and it's basically the dude who is bartending, who is, like, brand new bartender, super excited because he came up with something.
Yeah.
I used his drink but added blue Red Bull to it because it was already a blueberry lemonade.
Right. Yeah.
And he got full-blown offended that he wasn't, like, given credit, like, immediately.
Like he thought you plagiarized him so bad that like you were
Yeah.
gonna,
He was like, hey, hold on. Like
you were
that's the
gonna
thing I
affect his
made you. But, like, now you're telling this guy. And I'm like, I'm literally just telling him something he can mix with Red Bull. I'm not trying to be like, oh, this is called the Alex.
Here's my signature Alex.
Yeah.
Shake and strain.
This is the Al X.
X. Yeah. Then there's the Al XL, which is just more of it.
You don't even want to mess with that. You don't have a cup big enough for that.
You don't have a cup big enough for the Al double XL.
Yeah, you don't want that triple Al XL.
Someone.
But he tried to claim like that.
Like
and I was
you were
like,
plagiarizing his
you
fucking.
can have all the credit. I was like, I'm just trying to help the guy do his job. Yeah, it's one. If your name's not on the bottle of the shit we poured it out of, then it's not your fucking drink. You can't pour a Stoli blueberry and go, oh, this is the Marcus.
Right. Yeah. I mixed it with soda. Intriguing.
Hello, a little elderflower in there for you, sir.
But let's say you're like a craft bartender, right? And you make up some fucking thing with like scotch mixed with whatever and whatever, and it's like proprietary to your restaurant. You know, like this is if your restaurant's called the fucking the bum hole, like this is the bum hole special.
This is the
whatever.
bum hole. But if we work at the Bing hole, we don't have to call it the bum hole just because we decided to make a drink.
Yeah, it's like we're making a version. It's like there's no.
Now if we're using bum hole vodka, we'll call it
That's what I'm saying, man. So many people get and they think they're so goddamn creative sometimes. They're like, well, here's what I did. I mixed triple sec with vodka.
I threw a little splash of grenadine in the whiskey sour. Made
Like,
an eighth ward.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's so fucking stupid to me. And then especially if you were to make something that's so like uncreative or whatever, and then if someone else like uses it, especially if it's like blueberry lemonade or lemonade, blueberry vodka, and fucking Red Bull.
That's pretty much what it is, except for you fresh.
That's not that fucking creative.
No, it's not.
That's just.
And the guy that I'm talking about, love him to death, but this is like a dive bar, so we're not sitting in a place with like a realm of bitters and ingredients and all this goodness. It's like five different things.
You're not spritzing fucking children's tear mist onto
smoked.
the top. Yeah, right. Yeah.
The big giant.
You don't have burning rosemary bushes to fucking to waft around the fucking edge of your glass.
We aged this in 7. What's the UV index 7 for for 3 hours at 8 p.m. as the sun went down.
Because people ask me like, hey, what do you
what's your specialty?
What's your specialty drink or whatever? And so this is great. This happened the other day. Someone was like, so what do you? They were like, do you have a drink list? I was like, no, we have a beer list. We don't have like a drink list.
I just point. I
was like, we have all the liquors, mostly whatever. So she was like, well, what? I was like, what do you like to make? I was like, fucking Jack and Coke. She was like, I'll take a fucking Jack and Coke. And she got it right away. You know what I mean? And the dude was like, he's like, I don't like Jack, but you like rum and Coke? I was like, I'll make y'all a fucking fat rum and Coke and a fat Jack and Coke.
So what do we call this? It's called a Paxton.
Yeah, right.
Tell your friends about it.
If anyone else pours a goddamn Jack and Coke somewhere and doesn't call it a Paxton,
call me.
Okay.
Call me. I'll be there.
So speaking of signature drinks, so R.I.P. to JT, guy who used to work at our bar. He unfortunately passed from cancer, but he had a drink that he called a roofie, but it's basically a fucking rum runner, whatever, right? But he didn't think that he was like making some kind of he
No,
wasn't.
he was like, this
like
is the needy bitch drink.
Yeah, so he fucking made a name for it.
He's like, I see your face. I see
it
you
gets
not
people
knowing
super
what you
fucked
want,
up.
and here you go.
Here you go. So he had this. So these fucking rednecks came up the other night. I'm from the South, and I don't.
Which means you really know what a redneck is.
Yeah. And I don't discriminate, but there's certain fucking rednecks that I just fucking hate.
Oh,
and
Cletus
these
and
were
Velveeta.
them. So they came up. Listen to this fucking shit. So they come up. They go, "Hey man, we used to know JT." I was like, "Yeah, everyone fucking did. Cool, man. Will you make us one of them roofers that he used to make? Make them 2." So I was like, "Yeah, whatever." So I made the 2 roofies for them. Charged them the money. They didn't tip anything. I was like,
JT never used to.
JT never used to make us tip him. I was like, I don't know. Fuck you. I don't believe that. Anyway, so, I didn't care.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't care because I hated these people so much right away that I was like, I don't even want to interact with them anymore. The only thing was they fucking sat there, and every single goddamn person that walked up, they're like, you should get one of the roofies, man. So
they're coaching people into
they're coaching people to get
tipping JT roofie.
Right, yeah, to get the fucking roofie, right?
Don't worry, you don't have to tip at this place.
The first girl came up, and she was like, "Oh, that's really good. I'm gonna get 2 of them." And she like tipped well, and she was like, "Cool." It was cool. You know what I mean? She was like a younger chick, whatever. So but
she deserved to get roofied.
She deserved, yeah, right. She deserved to have a nice fucking strong drink, whatever.
She needed to get.
So
roofied.
then they did it to like 4 other people, and 4 other people ordered it, and the fucking these piece of shit redneck fucking douchebags were like, "See, we're making you money, aren't we, brother?" I was like, I don't make a goddamn thing off of making these fucking drinks. Because 90% of these people don't fucking tip. Yep. You know what I mean? And that's the only
roofie
drink.
drinkers aren't the people.
No, and that's the only drink they're going to get because it's so goddamn strong. You know what I mean? And that was the thing that I used to tell people. I'd be like, hey, make strong drinks. But if you want to make money, you want these people to drink at least 2 to 3 fucking drinks.
So y'all are the second people I've ever worked with that have Long Island mix.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker.
That's good stuff.
Fuck yeah. I love when people order Long Islands because I'm like, 1 bottle.
And they're so confused.
They watch me do
They're
it.
like, what is that? I'm like, don't worry. I'll get you a double in there, buddy. It's going to be a good one.
And actually, a lot of times, whenever I do pour them, and the people don't see that it's like in 1 bottle, and when I hand it to them and they drink it, they're like, fuck yeah, man.
He did it. He did it again. This tastes like pure grain.
And I was like, there's like no way to make a weak Long Island. It's so weird when people compliment you on like, oh man, oh thanks brother, that's strong as hell.
Yeah. The second that you hear the word Long Island, you're like,
you know what though?
The trailer park has arrived.
90% of the time that is true. But like it wasn't but like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had a couple that came in.
It's a very 90s drink if you're about to talk about it.
Yeah, I guess, man. And they look like they were like their prime was in the 90s, you know what I mean? But they were like well put together couple. And
she had her NSYNC her O-Town t-shirt on.
No, this is more like New Kids on
L.I.O. baby.
But they had like fucking 2 Long Islands apiece and ate a slice of pizza and we're fine, you know? Like some people just prefer like
some people can handle alcohol.
Some people just like gin and tonics. I think gin tastes like shit. You know what I mean?
I'm not a fan.
But it's just like that's their
we got a bottle
drink.
of gin that we're gonna bring on here one day.
Oh yeah, we got
It's there.
Shout out to Basil's. So oh well, we've already come back from the break, so I guess it's time to
shit.
the,
It's the Karen of the week. It's the Karen of the week. Oh shit.
It seems about the right amount of time. All right. So, you want me to go? You want me to go first on the Karen of the week, or would you like
Make
to
it
go
happen,
first?
buddy.
All right. So my Karen of the week. This lady, she's up at the bar and she orders. She's been there, like watching a ball game or whatever, and she orders. It's shift change. So she's once I'm on. She's like, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza to go, and I'm going to get 1 more beer. I was like, all right, cool. Put her slice in. It's fucking crunk busy. It's a fucking Sunday afternoon when the weather is nice.
It's stupid.
It's stupid busy, okay? So she...
Paxton.
Hey, my guy. What are all these lesbians doing around me? So I put her food in. I give her a beer. She might be like halfway done with her beer. And I walk up to, and I'm just out there. She goes, hey, that food's coming, isn't it? And I was like, yeah, you ordered it 5 minutes ago. There's 100 people here. But I didn't say it. I was just like, yeah.
Dude.
Right? So her food comes out, not finally. It came out in the right amount of time that it was supposed to. This was like,
it came out perfectly.
Yeah, it's the best thing that ever happened to me on that day. So I walked out and I was like, here you go. And I was like, it's $9 or whatever. And she's like slow pulling out her wallet. I was like, hey, that money's coming, isn't it?
Oh, that's good.
Dude.
Hey, we're going to get this thing paid, aren't we?
I felt so, I was like, I was like, man, it fucking fulfilled me. And she like snapped up a little bit, and I could tell she was being a little slower with the dollar bills or whatever. But
Take your time. Like, it's cool. I'm patient.
It's cool. I was like, fucking
I already got everything I needed out of you.
Yeah, the rest of my night is going to be so good, I don't care if I don't make another dollar. Hey, that money's coming, right?
Dude, I had a guy fucking with his little family in the place, and he's like, I don't eat seafood restaurant. He's like, I don't really eat seafood. And I'm like, well, obviously, we're a seafood restaurant. We're going to have options for people who don't eat seafood. We're not dumb.
Yeah.
Have the ribs. And he's like, I don't know. His whole family's ordered at this point. I'm busy. Like, I count to 30 in my head, and then I go, I'll be right back. Like, I don't even say, like, I'm going to give you a second anything. I'm like, I'll give you, at most, I'm like, I'll give you a second, I'll be right back. But I don't wait for, like, hold on, like, I got it.
Right, exactly.
I'm literally, I'll be right back. And I'm counting down in my head, like, full-blown science, 30 seconds. I'll stare at you at this table and be like, all right, I'm going to give you a second, I'll be right back. This guy doesn't like seafood. His whole family is ordered. And I'm like, do you want me to go ahead and put y'all's order in, or do you want me to wait? Like, what do you want to do? And he's like, and I don't ask like that. I ask very politely.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's fine. Like, we'll wait on him to figure it out. I come back. This man orders seafood, but also orders a soup as an appetizer. And we are busy. Dude.
Yeah.
Busy.
And all your soups are seafood based, aren't they?
Which, yes. And so is the food he ordered. He ordered the clam chowder, since you're asking.
Yeah.
But this man had the full-blown audacity to be like, so, like, how long will the soup be? Like, once he finally gave me his order, I haven't even left yet.
Oh, fuck off.
He's like, so how long will the soup be? And I'm like, well, it'll be ready when it's ready. We want to make sure it's hot, etc. And, like, come back.
We're not going to hold it
Dude,
on
I make one lap, and he's like, are you grabbing the soup, like, now or blah, blah, blah? And I was like, hey, buddy, like, I don't want to sound rude, but you took about 10 minutes to order. I was like, I put your order in when you gave it to me like you said to do.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay.
We could have put it in at a different time.
I've done the same thing to people where they've been trying to order. And I'm like, hey, I don't want to be rude, but I got 5 other tables over here. Like, they're ready to order. You're not. I'll be right back. And the people almost are, like, blown away by it, the fact that you're willing to say that to them.
Yeah.
But then when I come back, 9 times out of 10, their family is, like, corrected.
Yep.
The thing, like, hold on, like, he is busy. Look at him. The dude's running back and
I'm
forth.
not, and like you said, not trying to be rude, but
and
look,
you're not ready.
You're not ready,
and, you're not
that's
the only
okay.
person here.
That's okay. And if you just all you got to do is give them a moment to realize that, oh, let us get out of our little bubble here, and notice that there's other people.
And then
around.
I'm all yours.
And then I mean,
I'm happy to answer your 9,000 questions, but in the time that's appropriate.
Yeah, and I want to fucking help these other people out too.
So my Karen of the week is somebody's daughter.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You were at work. This woman came in the other night.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll back it up a little bit. One of our other somebody's daughter.
Somebody's daughter. Nice.
One of our coworkers comes up with like the most vague explanation of what is happening. And she shows me a picture and goes, have you ever seen this girl before? And I look at it, and it's like the white trash, blurry Facebook photo.
Right.
Like the one that like isn't them at all, probably.
Right, yeah.
She looks like she might be okay in that
like
picture.
the super blurry like filter thing that
no, like it was
that
taken
makes
with
people
a
look
Nokia.
like mannequins. Oh,
Is what I'm talking about.
A fucking Nokia brick phone. It's in black
This
and white
was the
pixels.
first camera phone. Yeah. All 4 megapixels. Captured the whole moment. But she's in there with like 9 other people in the picture, and she's like, have you ever seen this girl? And I'm like, first off, like, which girl? And then we narrow it down to this girl. We zoom in. Now it's like 1 pixel. Just
right,
one
yeah.
big blur.
One giant.
And I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen her. And she's like, oh, well, like they're looking for her. And I'm like, all right, I guess that's okay. And like she goes,
wait a
to
minute,
show
so
other
someone
people.
had someone else's phone?
Yes, someone we work with had a woman's phone.
A
with
woman's
picture
phone
of
who
a girl.
said, this is a picture.
I have no idea. Until I go to the end of the bar and I'm like, hey, do you need help? Like to this woman. And she's like, oh, well, she has my phone, but I'm looking for my daughter who just called me and said she got really drunk and she's supposed to be here somewhere. So I'm instantly like, hold on, like, let me see what you're talking about. Then I realized
got a picture
I've
of
been
her.
shown the
You've
photo.
been shown the photo of her daughter.
Of this super Karen-looking
for
daughter.
which she is looking for. How old is the daughter?
Probably 30s, somewhere in there.
Oh, when you say daughter, I'm thinking like, early 20s
this
or
is
something
a
like that.
grown
This is
ass
a grown fucking
who
woman
called her mom
who-
to come pick her up because she got too drunk, then disappeared from the bar.
Oh my God.
And she probably doesn't live on Tybee, so her mom probably
100%,
came
yeah.
all the way from Savannah,
fucking
30 minutes,
Thunderbolt
and
or
is there with
something.
nothing but a photo. The girl's not answering the phone.
Oh my God.
I'm like, tomorrow morning you need to put a tracking device on her if you're
And
going to
somehow
continue
that's
going
going
to
to be our fault, though. The bar's fault. Somehow it is going to be the bar's fault.
Y'all lost my daughter.
Y'all lost my 38-year-old fucking daughter. I'm sorry, man.
Y'all lost my little Karen.
Y'all lost. I love my little Karen so much. Well, if you ain't Karen, you're a Karen.
I went looking for her.
I mean, yeah, I'd
For like
rather
10
get a
seconds.
motherfucker like that out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, again, I'm not ever mad to help people either, especially
No,
like
not
her
at all.
mom is completely innocent. Not like, do you
She's
want a
just
beer?
like-
No, she doesn't want a beer. She wants to
yeah,
find her daughter.
that fucking sucks that you have to have like a fucking. I don't know. Is that the parenting? I mean, you're 38 years old, whatever.
That's a good
Like,
question. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
right? Yeah.
Who do you blame, the wolf or the boy or the parents?
Yeah, right.
I blame the parents.
Yeah, I guess.
You never figured out your kid was full of shit.
I don't know, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she does this a lot. I go to pick her up 45 minutes away, and she just disappears.
Right. No, that's
it's her,
that's fucking
It's
super
her
fun.
thing. She still lives at home, though. I just changed her sheets. I figured she'd sleep at house tonight.
You know what? Yeah, and I bet it's happened a million fucking times. If she hadn't figured out how to fucking put a fucking
That's what I'm saying.
tracking
At that
device
point,
on
when
her,
do you like
tie a balloon to her or
answer the
something,
phone like, no,
Yeah.
I've come to pick you up 17 times, and you
I'm
don't.
not gonna fucking do that shit anymore.
I'm good.
That's the last thing I ever want to have to do is be like, I don't know where I am.
I'll pick
and-
you up from jail, and that's it, because I know you're
I
there. I know
yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
be there when I get there.
And I'm gonna call the jail first. Like, is there?
Put her on the phone.
Yeah, right. Hey, mom, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I don't hear that somebody's calling from.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Do you accept the charges? Yes, I do.
Well, what's their name?
Yeah.
Is it Karen again?
Tell me their name, dude. Our boss, he probably has the record for bailing like the most people out, and not just our employees, but anyone who comes in there. They just know they can call this dude at any fucking time, and he'll get him out of fucking jail.
Good for him, dude.
I mean, he's
gonna be like one of the 4 people who actually ever made it to
Yeah,
heaven.
right. And that's cool as fucking him because I would never. I mean, I'll get my friends out of jail, I guess, and I haven't really had to do that too many times.
I've tried to get my friends out of jail, but them being so drunk that I couldn't get them out of jail. Like
You being drunk and
no,
you-
them being drunk. Like friend got arrested for DUI. So I'm like,
so
I'll
you-
go get his ass because they call me because I'm working at the bar at 2 in the
Oh,
morning.
right, yeah.
I get off, get the cash together, knowing that's all they fucking take at the
Uh-huh.
place. Go up there, and dude's like, hold on, his name's not in the system. This happened 2 different times.
Oh no.
Same guy. Lesson learned. And they're like, he's passed out. Like, they're waiting on him to wake up before they can even process him. And I'm like, so this dude is just asleep. So I go home, and now they're calling me. It's like 3 in the morning when that happens. Now it's 7 in the morning. He's ready to go, and he's hitting me up from the holding cell. Like,
Right, yeah.
Like, now I need to jump to. I'm like, dude, you're going to wait till I get my sleep.
Right.
And then I'll happily come get your ass. But by
No
then,
sh-
his family took care of it.
So they don't have a protocol where they wake a guy up if he's available to get
Can't
out.
process somebody legally
Oh
who's
yeah,
not-
you got it because they got to do the fingerprints and they got to answer questions and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
So they just put you in a semi-holding cell, and then you drunk tank is what they call
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah.
And once you come out of the drunk tank, then they process you.
I was in the
Drunk tank. Damn,
I was
I haven't
basically
heard
in the
that in a long
drunk
time.
tank one time, but it wasn't because so I was in there and I was.
It wasn't because that's
I was
another.
just, let's just say that I was in there. That'll
So
be
you're
a-
in the drunk tank for unrelated purposes.
and I just wanted to go to fucking sleep, right? So I was like, hey, could I get a roll of toilet paper or something to like
to
lay,
make
make a pillow, right? And she knew the officer knew what the fuck I was talking about. She walks over to me. She has the roll of toilet paper. She does the windy thing around her hand like 5 times. She's like, here you go. I was like, I'm not trying to wipe my fucking ass.
you know
I'm trying to make a fucking pillow right now. But I am in
Do you
jail.
have an
so-
issue with people hanging themselves with the
Yeah,
toilet
with
paper?
with the single ply toilet paper that you can literally fucking see through.
You could rip the whole roll in half if you wanted to.
Whenever I think about I have I've bailed on Tybee. I had to call a bail bondsman for a friend of mine, right?
What's his name, Robert?
I don't know any
The bail
name.
bondsman.
I don't know any names about
bail bondsman.
about anyone in this story. I had to call a bail bondsman. So this was for a DUI arrest of one of my friends, right? It's at like 11 at night, you know, so it's not like super late or anything. The bondsman shows up and sits down next to me, and I was like, he's been at like a barbecue, I think. I was like, John, I'm getting notes of chicken and hamburgers.
I'm getting notes of DUI
And then
from
I was
this
like-
guy right next to me.
I'm like, now I'm getting notes of scotch. So we're sitting there filling out the paperwork or whatever, and I'm like telling him, I'm like, here's the name, blah blah blah, and we're working up, and he's like, all right, so when did the subject get arrested? He straight up fucking beer burped while he's
Like
making
it was
the
yesterday.
while he's making the paperwork for this fucking DUI arrest. I was like, I was like, only on fucking Tybee would some shit like that
Took a
happen.
breezy up there.
The bondsman had to take a cab up there to bond out the.
Like, I got you, baby. Don't worry. I won't sign anything till tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
But we'll get him out of there. This is all going to be super official.
So,
You think give me a ride back home after we're done with this?
hey, you've probably been in here long enough to sober up to drive now, right? Will you drive
You
my
want to
car
scoot us back
for
to the
me?
house? We'll talk about this when we get there.
I'll come bail you out in a second. I just got to go pick up the bail bonds.
I got eggs.
I'll cook you some eggs, brother.
Get some bacon. Go get the bail bonds and come help us out.
I got bacon. You got bail bonds.
I feel like we're in Andy Griffin right now.
Dude, it's fucking, it can be Mayberry sometimes, you know. But that's a good thing about like some small town shit, because when our boss goes to get people out of jail sometimes he doesn't have to bond them out.
Yeah, they're like, okay.
Oh, you're coming? All right, yeah, just come grab him. He'll be out. He'll be sitting on the front porch. He'll be sitting out in front of the jail. Just go grab
We're gonna leave
him.
the handcuffs on him. You can swing him back by tomorrow. We'll take him off.
We have
That'll
we
be
have-
helpful to you.
Yeah, right. We have Cordon Ty. You know, Tybee's got its own you know, like police and courthouse and all that shit. So a guy that
Full on Mayberry, baby.
for real, man. So there's a guy that I know that works for the city, and he does like the tech for the court. You know, he does all the audio and video and shit like that.
Oh, he's a stenographer.
And they got a thing called the Tybee mouthwash. So this is fucking hilarious. So we have court on Tuesdays, like once a month or something like that, whatever. They said invariably, all right, so you line up, like not everyone can fit, especially with COVID now, but not everyone
It comes out the
can
side.
fit,
of
yeah,
it.
not everyone can fit in the courtroom, and everyone's outside just chugging fucking cigarettes, waiting to go inside and like, you know, get their DUI or whatever. Or,
Everyone's just waiting on that DUI.
well, anyway, so every time after court is over, they have to go into the bushes and fish out like 25 mini bottles of fucking Fireball. And they go, this is called Tybee mouthwash, because like before they go into court, everyone shoots
Everyone's
them,
slamming them and tossing
slamming
them in the
fucking
bushes.
Fireball like it's a fucking, like it's cinnamon gum
It's
or
their
something.
fault. They should have an amnesty box or something for this shit. Throw a trash can out there. Yeah.
And I was about to say, I was like, I've been to court there before. I don't remember seeing a trash can outside.
That's because you were drunk off the
yeah.
damn fireballs that you were throwing in the bushes, you degenerate.
Have you? Did you ever drink Fireball?
Yeah.
Ha-
I used to love it, man. I did.
You used to drink it often,
Fireball, yeah.
like more than once.
Ask it again.
Well, no, I'm just
Save
trying
it
to
for
get
the people in the back.
Well,
Yeah, I
no,
drank it.
I'm just trying to get a read on it, because like you're like pretty exclusive with what you drink now. You just drink Jameson and Budweiser or Rapturous sometimes.
I've learned my alcoholism. I've learned it.
I just drank Fireball one fucking time.
I don't like sweet.
Yeah.
I love candy, which is really weird. But when it comes to alcohol, beer, everything else, even the sours I drink, like they got to be really tart. And there
Yeah.
is a fine line between sweet and tart. Like I want like bitterness, pucker up,
Yeah.
whatever. Grapefruit, basically, not oranges.
I got you. I hate the grapefruit flavor.
Now, most people don't. I mean, honestly, when I hear people order something with grapefruit in, I'm like, hey,
Yeah, right.
look at you.
My roommate does, man. But it's got to be white grapefruit.
That's
Like,
the best one.
Yeah.
Well, juice, and I don't know, is there a white grapefruit, like
I
an
don't
actual?
know. I know there's pink.
I know
So
that's
it's probably-
the typical color of the fruit I'm used to. I don't know if there is
But
an
it's
actual
probably
white
just like the
grapefruit.
non-pink is what you call the white, right?
What do you call a person who works in a nursery?
A botanist?
No, it's an arborist. No, that's the
Maybe?
tree people.
That's trees, yeah.
Whatever. Either way, someone's gonna contact us soon. They're gonna be really upset about this.
Yeah,
shit.
they're gonna be like,
But
first
the white grapefruit
Tedeschi
is the
trucks
good one.
and
It
then this.
tastes the most like if we get a very musically inclined person who also gives a lot of shit about
Oh,
plants.
fucking botany.
But no, it's the white one's the best one. That's like the most tart, least sweet. The pink
Right.
one it's just sugar. The
But
white
it's
one
weird.
is like legit.
I hate
grapefruit.
fucking grapefruit, but I love the deep eddy grapefruit mixed with soda because it just, I guess, because it doesn't taste
It's
like fucking-
crisp and it's
because it doesn't taste like
simple.
grapefruit. I had a grapefruit tree in my yard down here on Tabby one time,
What a waste.
and dude, for real,
even if you like grapefruit, as many that
I
it'll
couldn't give them
you,
away.
yeah.
I could not, dude. It would be like 200 per season.
No, just cut it in half and put sugar on
Man,
it.
I've tried every guy. I've cut
if
it
you
in
don't
half
like
and
it, you
put
don't like
honey
it.
on it, sugar on it, poo on it. Like nothing fucking worked.
I eat them in the bathroom. I put them in the garbage disposal.
I boiled them in vinegar for 2 hours, and that still didn't even work. I don't get it.
I
put it in
grafted a
stews.
tree with some hot peppers.
I sprayed it with propane. I don't know. Like nothing's fucking working, man.
Ate some moldy ones.
What's the Well, see, at work, I wish I like grapefruit because that's the only actual juice that we have. All of our other juices are on the gun.
Yeah.
So the grapefruit juice is the only thing that comes in a little can that like is
And
actually.
it is white, I think.
You know, yeah, it is. Because of my roommate orders it. Because you know how you have like those people that like, if they're drinking one thing, you're like, all right, tonight's gonna be okay. But then if they come in and order something, there's a fuck me drink,
Yeah.
like I'm getting fucked up.
Oh, they either come in like Tito's and soda. They come in, I'll do a Jaeger and Red
Right, yeah,
Bull.
exactly, yep,
Make it a
yep.
triple.
You fucking know what kind of nights you're gonna have with those people.
And they got that little wonky eye going on right as they walk up.
I got a buddy. He's got
not
2
here.
drinks. If he comes in and drinks Budweiser's, very normal. You know what I mean? But then now he'll be like a little bit bashful. He'll walk up and go, "Fuck OJ, man."
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry in advance.
It's almost
Here's,
like he's
here's my
apologizing in
card that
advance.
you
Yeah.
never asked for.
I never have to take a fucking card for you, but he's like, "Here,
He
go."
starts drinking the vodka red, so you gotta just go ahead and give it to me now. I'll charge you for 4. We'll figure it out.
There's this one dude that I
And
got
then you just
trained
go
so
and you're
good.
done.
He gets a shot and a beer and he pays for it and he used to not be that way, but like after a couple times, like of him like walking out or whatever, I'm like, look, man, this is our relationship now. Okay.
I mean, that's fine, but it's almost like, excuse me, someone could take that
You're a
2
bail
ways.
bondsman.
Someone either take that like fully offensive or actually recognize like how they are.
Sure, yeah.
It's like you
I'm
might
not
have a
trying
friend-
to be a dick, but fuck, man.
Like it's when people know they get mean off of whiskey.
Right.
I'm like, good for you that you know
At
that
least you
about
know.
yourself and you don't drink whiskey.
Right, yeah.
But then there's also the guy who's like, oh, whiskey gets me super fucked up.
Right, yeah.
And then he has 5 beers and he's like, guess what
Guess
time,
what time it is? It's whiskey time.
whiskey, 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 whiskey.
Whiskey,
Let's
whiskey,
get whiskey.
woo, woo.
Let's
drink
get whiskey.
I love whiskey. I love whiskey. I love whiskey more than my girlfriend. Yeah.
Don't need her because I got
No,
whiskey.
see, I'll wake up alone again. I don't care because I got whiskey.
Whiskey, whiskey,
Whiskey,
whiskey,
whiskey. I
whiskey,
love
whiskey,
whiskey. Fuck my girlfriend. Fuck your girlfriend. Fuck everything. Whiskey. Woo!
I will try to fuck your girlfriend. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. All inhibitions gone. All inhibitions gone. Whiskey,
I will
whiskey,
wake up in the
whiskey.
marsh. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey.
Damn.
That's a fucking deep cut, baby. We ain't gonna say who we found in the marsh the other day. Hey, actually, I wonder how many people get found, like not dead people, but how many people get found in the marsh because like there's so much intermingled.
I gotta go wake his ass back up, dude.
He might still be asleep in the marsh right now.
It's gonna get dark and the gnats are gonna come out.
Because there's so much marsh interspersed between like areas of land on this island where like if you start walking through some marsh and you're like, I'm just gonna take a break right here for a second. You can lay down in the. You're like a lion in the fucking in the Savannah reeds. You know,
For
you
real.
can lay down and just fucking sleep.
And no one will find you.
They find.
A Coast Guard pilot will find you in
That's the only
training
way.
3 months from now. I think there's something there. Like, no, he's
No,
fine.
he's fine.
He's always there. Look, there's an area around him. Where
He
he's
just
pressed
had a
down.
rough night, brother. You know what he
We
drank?
tried to pick him up.
Whiskey
He got whiskey
whiskey in the marsh. Dude, they got to make a marsh brand of whiskey now. Like whiskey is so good, you'll be drawn to the marsh.
I'll take a Marshall, please.
I'll take. They call that a marsh crab. The ever-present marsh crab. What did he have? He had a Marshall last.
Y'all got roofies? No, we sell marsh crabs now.
Yeah, we have fried marsh crabs. You'll end up in the marsh in no time, brother.
You're gonna love it.
And then they make marsh crab music. It's like marsh.
And then you're getting bailed out by a drunk guy.
Yeah.
Whiskey,
and then it got
whiskey.
whiskey bailing your ass out. I forgot how much money it cost to get you out. Who cares?
Dave and the Glads.
David the Gladiators. Yeah, they're gonna. We need to send them a fucking.
Dang, dude, we were actually at a bar earlier and I saw a name of a band. I almost want to Google it, but we'll just post it on the gram or whatever.
We'll just have to fucking stick that on our socials. Hey,
It was like John and the Shitheads or something. It really wasn't. It was
John
on
and
the
the
it was on the
Shitheads.
queue, but it had like the hashtags
Really?
instead of the word shit.
Oh, right.
But it was
I
like
see,
John and
yeah.
the Shitheads or something.
It's got like the at and the fucking
it was today. Actually,
exclamation
I meant to
point
text it to you
or
I
whatever.
forgot about
Yeah.
it until just now. All right.
But so our socials at From Behind the Barcast on Instagram, From Behind the Barcast at gmail.com. We have P.O. Box 191, Tybee Island, Georgia 31328. We appreciate Raw Ingredients again for the awesome food and shirts, and Ty Bean Art and Coffee Bar, and For My Card for all the sponsorships. We love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers. Whiskey.